Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell that's next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you're watching this on our mobile app. Come on, baby. Don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. You guys got to keep up with the Joneses and them. Come on now. Go to wherever you get your apps from. It doesn't matter whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven's there. Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworths, Weebles, Gold Blast. It doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence, Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago. We have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Put us there next to the big boys, Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, HBO Max, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars. Man, Raising Canaan is getting good, but I digress. Put us there next to the big screen. Watch us on the big screen. How we're on the big screen, right, Mickey, Vicky, now. I can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, at CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn. As I forgot to silence my phone. We did that. Listen, we have an awesome show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. Man, the chat is jumping like crazy this morning. Lord, have mercy. Mercy. To borrow a whole hawkism. My girl, Yvette Lee, jumping in early. She says, happy hump day, y'all. I'm not going to put up her next post because that's just silliness. It's crazy. Our girl, Patty Larry, checking in. Good morning. She says, top of the morning to you. All right, good morning, Theo Shaw. So she's got Jeremiah with her. Jeremiah, what's up, mijo? Mr. Shorty is in the house. Top of the morning to you. He says, thank you, sir, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? What up? Sports owners. He says, I like it. I like it a lot. Michelle Walls in the Mickey Ficky house says, happy morning, happy hump day. See red. You're damn right, baby. Bulls, 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 Bulls. All right, stop this blasphemy on here. Cornelius says, morning event. How about them Cubs? Stop it. Stop it. Stop that nonsense. I need to hear that. My man Armando Emeterio, a lot of juniors in the house. What's up, Junior? What's up, brother? How you doing? Hope all is well. My man Rick Gonzalez is in the house. Good morning, Shawn. LFG, let's go. Bulls. Our socks still suck. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. You can't catch a. Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Oh, Steve-O, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Steve put that in there by himself because I didn't put that in there. Black Diamond coming in with starting some shit already. He says, yo, top of the morning to you. Go Cubs, go.
Baseball season's underway.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Mr. Shorty says, I get my apps from Venture. Is that okay? That's okay, baby. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from. That's classic. Wait, Mr. Shorty, did you get him on the one on are you a North Sider or South Sider? Because you're a South Sider, you might have got him on like 45th in Pulaski. If you're a North Sider, you might have got him right off the expressway, right off of Foster. Ant-Man's checking in. What's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great hump day. Black Diamond. Just Shawn. Yeah, mission accomplished, Black Diamond. Mission accomplished. Oh, you guys are killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. A lot of pleasantries going out there. Black Diamond, Michonne, Aunt Moss, Rick Gonzalez. Yes, I know. Your ears, my ears as well are bleeding. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like, oh my goodness, you're killing me, Small. Mr. Shorty said he was up north. So did you go to the Venture, the one on like Foster and Elston or something like that? I'm very familiar with that one. Oh, I said I grew up in Round Lake. Okay. Junior, Weebolts. Has a T at the end. WIEBOLDT. Don't ask me why I remember that, dude. Don't ask me why I remember that, but I do. King Book of World checking in. What's up, Papa? He says, salute everybody. And Shawn, man. Oh, so he said there was a Venture in Mundelein. Whoa, really? Okay. Nice little neighborhood out there. They had Ventures out that way back then. Okay. Do every day, see? Listen, we got a great show, but I need... Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of this. I need to keep staying active. And listen, I don't know a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. King Book of World said, Venture. Borrowed so much from them. Rick, wasn't there a Venture in Chicago Ridge? I want to say yes. I'm not positive. I'm more familiar with the one right there on 42nd, 43rd in Pulaski. That's the one I remember. We would go there all the time. But there might have been one in Chicago Ridge. No, let me find out. I'll talk to some people that I know that grew up in Oak Lawn, Chicago Ridge, and they would know. All right, that's a good call, Rick. Good call. Listen, we got a great show for you at 9:30 at the bottom of the hour. My man Jason Palmer Chicago Sky reporter is going to join us. We have a lot to talk about with the Sky. The Sky we're involved in the WNBA draft on Monday, and man, they got some good ones. Woo, Charlie, we're going to talk to Jason about who's coming to the Shy, a reunion for one of the current Sky players and one of the draftees. So it's going to be good. I'm excited about the Sky. And you know how the women's basketball season works. So in a month, they're going to be having preseason games already. They got training camp in about a week. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, Rick by the mall. Yes, exactly. It might have been outside the mall, but yeah. Junior, you know I talk about the scrubs a lot, so don't even start with your nonsense. Don't even start with your nonsense. But anyway, listen, we got to get it cracking, baby. So, guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, let's see where we're going to start our first top of the morning topic. So we'll do that. Here we go. We'll start here. The good guys on the south side. Man, that was a rough one yesterday. The good guys got their ass whooped. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. White Sox got blown out by the Athletics. 12-3. Shawn Burke was on a bump for the good guys. He got the collar. He got the L. He's 1-3 on the season. He went 3 1/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 punch outs. Andrew Vaughn was 1 for 4. The homer, his second homer of the season, was at the bottom of the first. Drove in all 3 runs that the White Sox scored. His 8th RBI of the season. Lenin Sosa 2 for 3. Miguel Vargas 1 for 4 with a double. His 4th. Staying with the good guys, the White Sox host the Athletics, the A's again tonight at Wright Field. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. The probables for tonight's game for the Athletics, Osvaldo Bido, he's 1-1 with a 3.00 ERA going up against Jonathan Cannon, who's on the bump for the good guys. He's 0-2 with a 5.79 ERA. Moving on to the next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Woo, the Cubs late. They beat the Padres, hand them their first home loss of the season. Dude, the Padres just going to get rid of the Cubs because the Padres were 7-0 when they came into Wrigley last week. All right, they're one of a few teams that were undefeated. They're behind the Dodgers only because the Dodgers have played more games. The Dodgers, I think, were 8-0, maybe 9-0. The Padres were 7-0. They come to Wrigley, Cubs beat them. They go home. First game of the series, the Padres got them. But yesterday, the Cubs handed the Padres their first home loss of the season. They beat them 2-1 in 10 innings. Shota Imanaga, he started the game for the Northsiders. He got a no decision. 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 run, unearned, 3 free passes, 7 punch outs. PCA had a day, 1 for 4 with a double, his 6th of the season, driving in his 9th RBI of the season. Nico Horner, 3 for 5 with a triple. His first of the season, driving in his 11th run of the season. Michael Busch was 1 for 5 with a double. His 5th. Kyle Tucker was 2 for 5. Staying with the Northsiders, the Cubs play the Padres in the rubber match of their series today. First pitch, they're at Petco Park. And first pitch is at 3:10 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 6:70 a.m. Probables for today's game for the Cubs. Matthew Boyd, as he trotted out to the mound, he's 1-1 with a 1.59 ERA, going up against Nick Pivetta, who's 2-1 with a 1.59 ERA as well. The next top of the morning topic, the Hawks. Here come the Hawks, the mighty Black Hawks. The Blackhawks ended their season yesterday with a 4-3 overtime victory over the Washington Senators. Knight stopped 34 of 37 shots. Connor Bedard lit the lamp for his 22nd and 23rd time of the season, topping his best last year, or his total last year of 22. Valeno scored his 8th goal of the season. And assisting Donato his 31st, Korchinski his first, Moore his 6th, Captain Nick Foligno his 20th. Who did I say, Steve-O? Did I say Washington Senators? Did I say Washington Senators, Steve-O? Now I'm going back to old school baseball, the Ottawa Senators. Faux pas. Pardon moi. Oh, that's crazy. The Washington Senators. That's classic. That, my friend, is classic. Well, keeping it moving tonight, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I didn't put it up there. Silly me, silly me, silly me. The Bulls. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The Bullies. Our Bullies take on the Miami Heat tonight at the United Center in the play-in game. Man, I'm fired up about it. Our Bulls team has been playing much better. Much, much better. And I like the way they're playing. They swept the season series with the Heat. Not that that means anything, because it doesn't mean a damn thing. You're in the playoffs, one and done. So as soon as there we go. There we go. It's time, baby. It's time. We're in the play-in. Tip-off tonight is at 6:30 p.m. Central. You can watch that game on ESPN. No longer on Chicago Sports Net during the playoffs, the play-in, the postseason. So this game's going to be on ESPN, but you can still listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. I'm fired up for this game, man. It's going to be it's got me fired up. I'm excited about it. Merchandise, yeah. Service merchandise was my store. Yes. Yes, Steve-O, you got it, baby. Yes. And King Booker World, yeah, because tonight they finally beat these mugs in the playoffs. So they've been eliminated by the Miami Heat the last 2 years. Yes. Yes, I'm fired up. Steve, don't do that. I'm getting goosebumps. And now, Ray Clay, the voice of the Bulls. Ooh, got me goosebumps, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you ain't lying, King Booker World. When teams used to hear that, it meant it was already over. That was it, baby. That was a kiss of death. Like, oh, it's time for you to lose. Like, yep. Yeah, okay. Man, my goodness, those were the days, man. You know, do you realize how spoiled we've been? Do you realize that? The Bulls of the 90s. Of the 2010s. The man in the middle. From San Francisco, Bill Cartwright. If you're a Seinfeld fan, Cartwright has a whole different meaning. Cartwright! Cartwright! I yell, Cartwright, you no answer? I hang up. She say curse word? I hang up. Dude, you ain't lying, Junior, when the Bulls were rock stars. Dude, they stated, the Bulls, remember, they were on the forefront of this. They're on the forefront of this. They're one of the first teams to charter their own plane. They're one of the first teams to stay at 4- and 5-star hotels. Okay. So, and somehow word would always get out where the Bulls were staying. There was no social media back then, but man, word got out, and the Bulls were welcomed by throngs of people. You remember seeing them trying to get off the bus, trying to get into the Plaza Hotel in New York or the Four Seasons somewhere else, and it was just pandemonium. This is just to see him. This is not even a game. This is to see him walk into the hotel where they're going to be isolated. They're going to be isolated until game time. And people were going, they're coming out in the hundreds. Over 1,000 people to the hotels just to see the Bulls, just to see them. That's how crazy that shit was. Just to see him and take a picture or get a picture. You know, that was something. Literally rock stars. Just want to get a picture of Mike. Just want to get a picture of Rodman. Just want to get a picture of Scotty. Just a picture. All I want is a picture. Those days were insane. You damn fool. He's like Scott Burrell had groupies. Come on now. Scott Burrell. Scott Burrell had groupies. Oh, man, that's nutso. That's nutso. Scott Burrell gets groupies. Everybody love him. Oh, man, what a time, baby. What a time. And you're right. The rallies at Grant Park were insane as well. Lord have mercy. Woo! Over 1 million people every time. Luckily, after 3, 4, 5, and 6, there wasn't as much looting because after 1 and 2, my goodness. After 1, it was nutso. After 2, it was crazy. It's not as bad as 1, but still crazy. And after 3, there was just like, all right, there wasn't as much the last 4. But man, whoo, Charlie, those were the days. The next top of the morning topic, the sky. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. The Sky selected 5 players in the WNBA draft. Was it 5 or 4? What the hell? 1, 2, 3. It's 4. Who typed 5? Man, it's so difficult to find good help these days. Oh, I typed it. Never mind. Who's getting fired over this? Oh, my mistake. Never mind. Rick, very nice. You knew that was a little Jimi Hendrix, huh? Okay. That's why I love having an older base audience. I could go back and be like, oh, that's what that was. Sky, their first pick. Okay, now the banner's covering this up. Their first pick, number 10 overall, was Asa Sivka. She's 19 years old. Power forward from Slovenia who can hit the tray. She can hit the tray, let me tell you. We're going to talk to Jason Palmer at the bottom of the hour in a few moments, actually. Talk about what she can bring to the Sky. With their second pick, this is one I like a lot. Haley Van Lith, point guard from TCU. With the 11th pick, remember they had back-to-back picks. And I like this girl a lot. She's gritty. She's got Come on, hold on. Jason. Where do we go to this one? Haley Van Lith, she's a southpaw. She's a lefty. I like it. I like it a lot. She's nasty. She took 3 teams. Thank you, Transfer Portal. She took 3 teams to the Elite 8 in the last 3 years. She was teammates. So it's a reunion with her. Her and Angel Reese played together at LSU. So I think that's the year that LSU lost. Yeah, I think they won before. But anyway, Haley Van Lith she's nice. She's real nice. Woo, Charlie. All right, then in the second round, 16th pick, they picked Maddie Westbell. She's a power forward, 6'3"-ish. She banged down low. But her game is not just banging down low. She can step out. She can hit the tray. She can get the mid-range. She can bang down low. Get down low. Get down low. Get down low. Get down low, mama. Get down, little mama. Get down, little mama. And then with their last pick, second round, number 22 pick overall, is Aisha Coulibaly. It's a shooting guard from Texas A&M. These 4 are going to help. These 4 are going to help this Sky team. Let's see. Cornelius, yes. Said the European girl looks real nice. She does. Can't wait till they team up with Reese and Kennedy. It's going to be one hell of a collabo. Let me tell you. I'm fired up about it. Big time. Which one are you talking about? You're silly, Shorty. You're a fool, man. Hey, listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome my guy, Jason Palmer. We're going to talk about these girls. Because I'm excited. I'm very excited for this incoming crop of draftees. It's going to help us a lot. Big time. So listen, don't go anywhere, folks. My man Jason Palmer on the other side of the break. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Stutzler in. Return. Knocked away. Reaching in was Rinzel. Top to the line. Picked up by Bernard. Got Rinzel with him. Here's Bernard. Feeds it back. Nazar scores from Nazar in overtime. And the Hawks win it 4-3 in Ottawa.
Speed to catch up. There's the one-on-one play I'm talking about with Rinzel on Stutzler. A fine forward in his own right. And then Bernard comes in. But watch 91. He's going to follow it up right here. And in one quick motion, he lets that one rip. And he has scored some beautiful one-timers this season. That's a quick release, a good play in the 3-on-3. And the Hawks get their 10th road win and 25th win of the season. Good day by Connor Bedard, too, with 2 goals and 1 assist.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sportsnet. Those are the Blackhawks with a big 4-3 overtime victory yesterday. The good guys, they finished up same record as they had last year. No, that was the Bulls. They had the same record, but they had a subpar season. The growth of Connor Bedard has been in question. The development of him. So hopefully they're able to put some more talent around him and develop this young man. Because as Jason and I, who's going to join us in a moment, we saw him in his first game, his first preseason game last year at the United Center, and you can tell this kid is just special. So good luck to them this offseason, acquiring talent and developing this young man. But, man, look at the comments. Jump in. That's what I'm talking about. The Plankster checking in. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You got people acting crazy. King Book of World said, don't forget my future ex-wife, Camila Cardoso. I hear Black Diamond says, no, as long as you stay away from Angel. What we calling dibs? We got dibs? How we're doing? Man, well, let's not delay this any longer. My guest today, I'm excited to have mine. I wanted to talk about this draft from the Chicago Sky. He's a Sky reporter. He's been covering the Sky for many, 10 years-ish or so. I'll ask him the exact. But anyway, I want to talk to him about it because I'm excited about what happened. You can catch him on Twitter or X, whichever you want, at Jay Coyden, JayCoyden. Guys, welcome back to Shawn and Maya. My man Jason Palmer. Jason, what's up, Papa? How are you?
What's up, man? It's actually been 19 years. 19 years.
Damn,
I've been covering the Sky. This is my 19th year, dude. They came into existence in 2006, and I have been covering them since 2006. Getting ready to celebrate their 19th season. Man, woo! I don't know. Let me just say a couple comments before we get into this. First of all, I'm very excited about the Blackhawks next year, and all hockey fans should be. They got a young core.
Yes.
They got a young core, and they got two high first round draft picks this year, which I don't think they need no more young people. So I think they're going to flip it into like a veteran superstar. You may see a blockbuster trade from the Blackhawks.
That would be
get a
great.
veteran superstar in here. That's what I think they really need. And more importantly, anything else, they need a damn coach. They need a coach. It's that time now where you have to transition from Dennis Savard to Joel Quenneville. That's where they are right now. They need a damn coach for real. And then you will see Connor's development along with Nazar and everybody else take to a whole nother level. Good time to be a hockey fan next season and the years to follow. So let me just say that. Second thing I want to say before we get started. All y'all dudes in the comments, slow your roll, slow your roll. First of all, Haley Van Leaf got a boyfriend, y'all. Jalen Suggs, the point guard from Orlando Magic, is her boyfriend. Been her boyfriend for about 3 years. So I don't think she's going to be on the market much longer, personally. Now, Cardoso and Angel Reese, y'all might have a shot. I'm going to give y'all a chance at that one because they single and they mingle. Trust me, I know these women. They mingle. And so I had joked on my Facebook page after this draft that there are going to be so many men at Wintrust Arena this year coming to see Haley, coming to see Angel, coming to see Cardoso. Keep on coming. They need the revenue. Y'all come on. They pretty girls and they can play. As far as
you know what, Jason, that's the good part about it, about the WNBA, because for so long it was stereotyped as you know, as like a lot of butches or masculine looking men or women. Now you're getting stunners. We're talking gorgeous, beautiful women who got crazy skills, and that can only help with the marketing and the attendance and the revenue.
It is. And Shawn, that's why I like coming on our podcast, because we can say this type of stuff. You're like, oh, you can't say it's politically incorrect. Look, me and Shawn are realists. A beautiful girl is going to sell cars, beer, and the WNBA. Y'all can argue this all you want. That's what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the season, man. I think the Sky did excellent in this draft. I think what GM Jeff has done over the last couple of years has been remarkable. It's been needed. They needed to do some changes. Let me first start out by saying I think Haley Van Leef is the steal of this draft.
I do too.
I think she's the steal of the draft. For her to have fallen to number 11, I'm going to go into my NHL conspiracy bag here for Shawn. Remember when we somehow amazingly got the overall number 1 pick 2 years ago in NHL, even though we had the lowest odds, and we ended up with Connor Bedard? And you and I both were like,
Things that make you go, The number 3 market in the country doesn't have a superstar. How can we fix that?
Exactly. I'm now calling the same thing with the WNBA. Haley Van Leef ain't the 11th pick, man. She ain't the 11th pick. Now, let's be honest. They could have taken her 10th because they had 10 and 11 back to back. And, you know, they went and picked her 11th or whatever. They went with the big from Slovakia as the 10th. And I'm cool with that. But in general, they got the steal of the draft. There ain't no way there were 10 other people better than this young lady. And she's going to be that point guard that they need. And she's going to learn from Vandersloot, one of the best to ever do it.
Yes.
I think that's the other key that people cannot forget. She's going to have an actual mentor who's going to teach her. The other thing people may not realize is that Van Leef, she played at 3 different schools when she was in college. She was one of those players who played 5 years. She started out at Louisville.
Okay.
She started out at Louisville, and she blossomed at Louisville after Dana Evans graduated. Dana was then drafted by the Chicago Sky.
Your girl Dana,
My girl Dana came to the Sky. She got her a championship. Last couple of years didn't work out. You know, she got traded this year, but we all know that Dana could ball. And Dana taught Haley while they were at Louisville. Okay. And now Haley's coming to the same pro team Dana was at for 4 years out of her career. You got good pedigree there. You got
People
look at.
I know what you're saying because people forget, Jason. And I know she wasn't her coach; she was her teammate. But for all intents and purposes, that was your mentor. That was your coach.
Yes.
On your coach on the. And there's a very wise old man who once had a phrase at one particular point, and he talked about coaching matters. So when you get when you get a mentor or a coach that coaches you well, and remember when I don't know if I said it to you, but I've said it on the show many a time. When you go from high school to college or pro, whatever, every time you step up a level, the most important coaching is your first year. Well, she had Dana Evans, okay? And you talk about being mentored by a great one, man, that was so beneficial into Haley's development. And you just can't there's not a price tag you can put on it to have that experience for her at the next level. And then she just built off of that.
Yeah, not at all. And another key to this whole thing with Haley, if you follow her college career, she had success at each one of those schools. Okay. May not have got the championship, but they was always at least in the Elite Eight.
She took three, the only person to take 3 schools to the Elite Eight. Yeah.
Okay. And she was a point guard, which means she was the coach on the floor. Okay.
Running it.
She can play. This girl can flat out play. And now, you got new coaching staff in, you got a new culture in, you got Vandersloot there who's going to serve as her mentor. She's getting reunited with Angel, a former teammate, so she's going to have some comfort level there.
Yeah.
And she's coming to a city that is thirsty for any sort of damn success from our sports team. Any of them. Somebody win something for the love of God, please. Yes, she's coming into the right environment right now, man. She's coming into a really good environment, and I am very happy for the Chicago Sky. This is going to be an interesting season because it's going to be development. They're going to beat some teams they shouldn't beat. They're going to lose to some teams they shouldn't lose to. But what they're going to do is establish a core. The new coach is going to establish his system, and they're going to have to buy into that system. This is going to be very interesting this year. It's going to be fun to watch them. I'm interested to see what style of play they use, because Witherspoon had her style, but her downfall was she also had her favorites, and she played a little bit too much to Kennedy Carter last year, and to Angel Reese at the detriment of the team. And we learned that in those postseason interviews with the players, and they were very candid. Very, very, very candid with the press about that. So I'm very happy to see this draft. I thought this was a great draft by GM Jeff. I call him GM Jeff. Y'all have to excuse me. That's how I call him. I think GM Jeff did a really good job. I think he, with all 4 of his picks, I don't think all 4 of them will make the roster. That's just how it is in the WNBA. But I think he made some really good selections. Savika, the first pick that they made, may not even play this first year. She's only 19 years old. She's playing over in Europe. Right now, it seems as though the plan is for her to stay over there and play, and then maybe join the team next year. Okay. Because think about it.
What does she bring to the table, though, Jay? What does she bring to the table that would help this Sky team?
This is where I see her. She's big enough to play any of the forward positions, but I can see her as like a Kevin Durant type. like in the 3 spot, because
Okay.
she can handle the ball and she can run the court and she can finish. She can finish better than Angel, and she's faster than Cardosa. You see what I'm saying? So she has their size, but she's got way more agility and she can finish better than Reese. So you get her out there on the run, and Reese.
And the thing you think about that, and I think of, and real quick, one of the guys, and I want you to answer it. I know the answer, but one of the guys was asking about Kennedy Carter. Is she still with the team or not?
Yeah, she's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, they let her go, and I was a big fan of hers. She played a little out of control at times, but I'd rather have someone like that where I can reel in as opposed to trying to amp somebody up. I need more out of you. You know what I mean? But yeah,
so here's the scoop on that. You know, when you got rid of Witherspoon, I knew Kennedy wasn't coming back.
That was their girl,
there you go. And the problem was that there was so much focus last year on Kennedy Carter that it took away from the development of Angel Reese. It took away from the development of Cardosa, and it caused a lot of friction in the locker room. So they had to remove that friction from the team. It has nothing to do with her talent. Sometimes things are political in sports. People got to understand that.
Once in a while that happens.
Right. Sometimes things are political in sports, and sometimes things have to do a lot more with chemistry, overall team chemistry, than individual talent. And I think that's what Carter was a victim of. And I think that GM Jeff has done a great job in addressing the team chemistry with this team. You see, they didn't go out and sign splashy free agents, but he went out and signed that veteran point guard that he needed because he knew the draft was going to land him Haley Van Lee.
And that's kind of a great GM, Jason, is when you when you draft or you sign people for need. You don't sign the name. You don't sign the splashy people because, oh, wow, it would be this and this person, this and this person. Does this person fit the system that you're going to run? And if they do, I'll be damned if not to take this person because someone else has a bigger name. Someone has a better resume, but they won't fit the system. And that's the most important thing for GMs. When you go and you get people, free agents or trades or drafts, you need to acquire people that fit the system you're going to run. It doesn't matter what sport it is. And Jeff's done a good job of that, getting people to fit this system. And the one thing that I love about it, and you might look forward to the season, so am I, because Tyler Marsh, the coach, has been known to be a phenomenal developer of talent. Phenomenal developer. This is as you know. So you think of Angel Reese, you think of Carmilla, you think of these youngsters now that they just got, these talented youngsters. It's going to be a good time. You know what it reminds me of? Kind of like Billy Donovan when he got all these youngsters on with Io, with Kobe, with Josh. The way the Bulls are playing now, they're developing them. Crazy. Now, not only do you get good players, but you develop them. I don't know if our Chicago teams understand that, but that's a novel idea for our Chicago teams.
Right. And I think it's going to be interesting. If you look at what GM Jeff has done, look at the players he's drafted. Even Maddie Westbelt out of Notre Dame. She's 6'3". She's 6'3". But what else is she? She's another big. So if you notice, what they're doing is they're stacking bigs.
She's a big who could pull. She gets big who could step out and then pop it in your eye. You get a little funky. You give her too much room. I was like, oh, okay. Not only she bang down low, she'll back it out. I'm like, okay, I got you. Hit you with a 3, hit you with a mid range. Very well-rounded young lady player, I should say. Very well-rounded player.
Yeah, and he's really stacking a lot of size. Okay, and then he goes and later on he drafts Asia out of Texas A&M. Now she a scorer. Okay, here's that scorer. Remember we kept saying, man, the Sky got to be able to score, and they got to be able to score.
Need to get a bucket. They need someone to get a bucket who can get a bucket. Yep. So he went and got a bucket getter.
He went out and got a bucket getter. Why? Because you did have to replace Kennedy Carter. You did have to replace Carter. Carter was getting you buckets last year.
Yes, he was.
You got to get you a score from the 2-guard position. And that's what you're getting now. She averaged 25 points a game at A&M last year. And that's an SEC school. That's an SEC school.
She ain't playing no Sisters of the Poor.
Right. She putting up points, man. She played at Auburn. She played Texas A&M. She done played them big schools, man. She had a season high, like I said, 25. She was averaging 13.6 and lead 13.6 and was leading the team this past season. She can flat out play, man. And the Sky did very well in this draft. Lots of reasons to be excited. With this team. The key is going to be how well do they gel. The unfortunate thing about the WNBA that we all hate is, okay, the draft was Monday. They getting ready to start playing games in like less than a month.
Yeah. So you go from Final Four to preseason games in a month.
Yeah. They don't get there's no rest for the weary. And not only is there no rest for the weary, but it's what you're talking about. You're stepping up another level in competition.
Yeah.
And you're only getting 3 to 4 weeks to prepare for that step up. Whereas with the NBA, okay, the season ends in April. The guys get a full summer of workout, training, pro-am leagues, whatever they want to do.
Right after the draft, Jay, literally 3 days after the draft, you're in the summer league. Like, all right, boom. You go get a minor step up into the summer league of the draft picks. Now it's not like boom, next training camp. No, we're going to ease you into it because of the time frame. Now you step up. You got a summer league, and then it goes on. It would be very helpful but you can't do that with the women because you're not going to put them in the fall against the NBA. There's no way you can do that. No.
Right. And so that's what puts them at a disadvantage. They don't have a chance for their bodies to develop to the pro game, to build their bodies up. I think that was the main thing that hurt Cardoso last year. My man on the comments, that's his future wife. Okay, I get it. Your future wife last year, she didn't have a chance to get in that weight room. She didn't have a chance to get in shape. She was out of shape. She would get tired, which is why her minutes were limited. Also, remember Cardoso got injured early in the season last year, which caused her to miss some games. So that hurt her development. She's played in China this year. I've heard nothing but great things about her game being developed. Be interested to see what Angel can do. She's got to be able to develop. She's got to hit her damn layups. I'm sorry. I'm an Angel fan, but she's missing too many easy shots. This is going to be a really interesting team. They're going to be fun to watch, but look for the development to really take a jump next year. After all these players have now had 1 or 2 years in the league under their belt, they'll all still be under contract. Watch what happens in 2026 with the Chicago Sky. They're going to be something to watch. But for now, reasons to be excited. I think the Sky definitely were one of the winners in the draft. There were a couple of teams. I mean, Dallas, how can you say they didn't win the draft?
My goodness.
What they added?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look what they added to go along with what they going to be. Woo! They're going to be fun to watch, too. Lots of fun things coming with Chicago and the Sky, though. We are looking forward to our interviews with Haley Van Leef and the other draft picks. I haven't gotten my email invitation yet. I'm expecting that today. We'll probably be doing interviews with them either tomorrow or I don't think they'll do Friday because it is Good Friday, but we'll see. I'll be there covering it. I'm looking forward to interviewing these new rookies, hearing their thoughts on why they think they can make this team and what they think they're going to be able to bring. I'm interested to interviewing Angel and Cardoso and asking what they've been doing to help develop their game as well. But it should be a fun season. And let's not forget that the Sky opened the season against the Indiana Fever.
Down in Indy, in Naptown. Yeah.
Woo! So the WNBA has finally started getting some things right in terms of their scheduling and promoting and contracts.
And moving games to bigger venues for more revenue.
There you go. All these things that they've now started.
More money.
Right. You know, the Sky's first preseason game, Shawn, May the 2nd. Friday, May the 2nd. So, you know, what we talking? What? That's like 18, 19 days.
Yeah.
So
3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks.
Right. Like, go get them. You know.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the WNBA should do? Because isn't there a CBA end at the end of this year? You know, and they talked about the strike and everything. You know, and I think, you know, it's what do you think that they would do? You think there's going to be a strike? You know, this is because it's a big moment. The popularity is definitely on the upswing. All right, definitely. If you just look at the teams who are playing in NBA venues for a couple of games. All right, if you can get a couple of games in NBA venues, because you don't think the Dallas Wings are going to be moved to was American Airlines Arena where the Mavs play? You're right. When Angel Reese comes, when Caitlin Clark comes, you think you can move there? Hell, let's get moved there.
Right. So these are the things that we've been talking about for years. They've done it. I think what they have to do though is also not try to move too fast on some of those moves.
Exactly.
They have to get sustained, consistent attendance. Right now, you can do that when Caitlin Clark come to town. You can do that. She gonna draw, right? Angel is a draw, but let's say you get another team that comes, like Connecticut. It ain't as big of a draw. Also remember this year they got an expansion team out there in Oakland. They're gonna add another. Right, they're gonna also add another expansion team next year. The league is growing, but it's like a fast food franchise. You can't keep opening franchises every week. You got to give time to develop them, sustain them. Don't overextend yourself. But the new CBA agreement is going to be very interesting. The players have said in no uncertain terms they want a lot more stuff. Travel arrangements, traveling, all that type of stuff. So it's going to be interesting. They have gotten more sponsorship dollars. They got a big TV deal that's kicking in. Expect to see those salaries go up. Expect to see the travel accommodations get better. The league is going in the right direction. But they have to develop more than just Caitlin in terms of marketing. Continue to market all the players that you have on these teams. Market the league as a whole, not just individual players. And that way you can really build your brand, because it's as successful as they were last year. It was the most successful season in the history of the WNBA. They still lost money. So you cannot forget that. So they still have a ways to go, but they are on the right track. I'm looking forward to covering the WNBA. I'm definitely looking forward to covering the Sky. So I'm going to leave it at that. And as you know, you can always get back with me. Follow me on Twitter at jcoyden, JAYCOYDEN. And Shawn, I'll definitely be checking in with you here. Tip-off is in actually a month. That first regular season game in Indianapolis is on May 17th. So you got 31 days, people. 31 days until WNBA action is back here in Chicago.
Before I let you go, let me ask you this question. Do you think it would behoove the WNBA to continue to play stars specifically? All right, because now Paige down in Dallas. You got Reese here. You got Indiana Fever. Juju's coming out maybe next year. All right, you got Flage at
LSU. Yeah,
at LSU. All right, you got Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame. I mean, would it behoove them to place them in various spots and then market those players? Because you market those players, guess what? It's going to filter over onto the team. Like, okay, Hannah Hidalgo's come to Chicago. You know, they play here. Hannah Hidalgo's going to Indianapolis, to Indiana. They're playing here. Would it behoove them to start marketing those superstars even before they become stars in the league? Because these are the names that people know. Because they're WNBA, you got to be there 3 years. Unlike this is why I think the women's game is a lot more popular, because you get to watch these ladies grow. Even if they go to different teams, you still get to watch and hear about them for at least 3 years. Unlike the men's game.
Damn right they need to do it, Shawn. You're damn right they need to do it. And if they smart, they're gonna continue to do what they've been doing. I'll give you 2 franchises that need a superstar on them. Okay, Atlanta.
Yes,
the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream. You need one of them superstars. So next year, Atlanta, we giving y'all Juju. Okay. Somehow the ping pong balls are going line, and Atlanta.
Thank you, the accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Right, exactly. Y'all gonna get Juju. You put Juju in Atlanta. Come on, Shawn. You put a young black girl, attractive. You put in a large black city, and Atlanta black is I don't know what. Put her in Atlanta. Okay, she need to be on the Atlanta Dream. Okay. If you're not gonna put Juju there, put Fallujah there because she's already got some ties to the South with LSU.
Right.
One of them 2 got to go to Atlanta. I'm sorry. One of 2 got to go to Atlanta. And then what they'll probably do is if you put Fallujah in Atlanta, you can get away with getting Juju at the new team in Oakland because it's still California.
Right.
And since she's got the California tie, I don't think you put her on the Sparks because the Sparks got some stars. And I'm expecting Cameron Brink to come back from that
knee injury.
That knee injury. And I told everybody when they drafted her, they put her in the right spot because she looked like a model. And what happened?
Yes. So LA looking.
Don't she look like LA?
Tall, thin, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
That ain't LA. I don't know what it is.
Right. Oh, that was a no-brainer.
All she needed is implants everywhere. She'd be a perfect LA girl.
Right. So I think that's a good move for them. They already have people established there in LA. So I can see Juju going to the team in Oakland, Fallujah going to the team in Atlanta. And then you got Hidalgo. You probably need another team to put her. She may be, the first pick in the new expansion city. Is it Toronto? I want to say it's Toronto, but I might be wrong on that. Wherever they're going to expand next year. But they got to put a star on every team. That's how they develop the WNBA. You got to put one of the big-time stars on every one of them teams. You cannot do like the NBA is doing where you got 3 superstars on one team. You ain't got the talent pool to really do it like that. But I think what they're doing right now is the right track, and I'm looking forward to it. So I will be covering. I'll be checking back in with you throughout the season.
Jason, great stuff, Bob. I appreciate it. Again, let everybody know where we can find you on X.
Find me on X at JCoyden, JAYCOYDEN.
Dude, great stuff, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Peace.
Guys, that's Jason Palmer. 19 years covering the Chicago Sky. Great stuff, man. I appreciate Jason's time. Good, man. I'm looking forward to it, baby. Looking forward to it. But we're going to take on the other side of the break. We're going to see red, baby. See red. We're talking about the Bullies. Bullies as they host the Miami Heat in the play-in game for the 3rd year in a row. Man, I'm fired up about this. I'm looking forward to the Bullies tonight. Can't wait to watch it. Am I going to watch it at home? Am I going to go to the cigar lounge across the street? Am I going to go to a sports bar? Anyone want to have me over? Have a little drinky drink? Well, no, we got to figure that out. But listen, we got Bulls talk coming up next, so don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
A lot of good players, and then they got better players in, and they got outstanding on defense. This is going to be intercepted by the rookie Gordon. Kyler Gordon just runs out of gas. Yannick Ngakoue just limped off the field for the Bears. This one is intercepted by Chicago. And Justin Jones, number 93, looked like he was going to have a highlight reel on that play. But, man, Kyler Gordon makes the big stop on 2nd down, and then right there to make a play on the deflection.
Murray gets the shotgun snap and the handoff to Connor, and nothing doing again. Boy, Kyler Gordon, what a tackle.
They're going to try to steal one.
4th and 17. Heineke with the flip, spins away, throws across the body. It's intercepted by Kyler Gordon.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CBS and Fox. A couple other those 2 outlets. Appreciate those clips. Kyler Gordon hit the bag, baby. He got the bag, baby. We talked about it the other day. I am fired up about it. Wow. 3 years, $40 million, 31.25 million guaranteed. His first, Ryan Pohl's first draft pick. You know what was not really weird, but it was interesting because there was a lot of talk about this is what we're trying to deal with. All right, this is what we're trying to deal with. The last couple of GMs, all right, have had a big issue, all right, with their first draft selection, their first overall draft selection. Look at this. This is telling. This is telling. All right. This is from Mark Potash, who used to work at the Chicago Sun-Times. He's the first Bears GM or VP of player personnel to he should have put not sign, but to re-sign his initial draft pick since Dave Wanstead and Rod Graves drafted Curtis Conway in 93. Wow. Rod Graves was the director of player personnel that didn't want to give me a shot. Didn't want to give me a shot. Son of a biscuit. In 93 and 94. Actually, it was 94 when I spoke with him. But if you look at the head at the bottom, Mark Hatley was the GM or VP. His first draft pick was Curtis Enos from Penn State. What happened? He's not signed following the 2000 season. All right, it's a first-round pick, 5 overall. Then Jerry Angelo. In 2002, his first year, he drafted Mark Colombo from Boston College. Remember? He was injured for a couple of seasons, and then they released him. He went on to have a decent, productive career with Dallas, if you recall. And Phil Emery in 2012. Shea McClellan. I remember he had his claim to fame was he broke Aaron Rodgers' collarbone. Okay, but then he wasn't signed following the 2015 season. Then the next GM, Ryan Pace. His first draft pick was Kevin White. We all know how that was just horrible. He was released after the 2018 season. Crazy. And then Ryan Poles, Kyler Gordon. Mind you, all of those were first-round picks. Curtis Eden's first round pick, 5th overall. Mark Colombo was the 29th overall pick. Shea McClellan, first round, the 19th overall first pick. And Kevin White, the first round, 7th overall pick. Kyler Gordon was the second round, 39th overall pick. He was re-signed. So we've had problems. GMs have had problems, and it's good to see that this first draft pick of Ryan Poles, and it wasn't just, oh, let me do it because he's my guy. He's one of the best. He's probably in the top 2. I said 3 last time, but he's probably in the top 2. And I can give you a strong argument for him not even being number 2. And I'm talking slot corners in the NFL. So great stuff for him. I'm happy for him. Now, as I said on Monday, we just need Tyreek Stevenson to step his game up because that would be one hell of a secondary. One hell of a secondary. Rick said, I thought Enos was going to be Bettis like. Boy, I was wrong. You and a whole bunch of other people, Rick. You and a whole bunch of other people are wrong on him. You see, yes, with a record like that, no wonder the Bears rarely made the playoffs. Like, how do you keep missing on these people? How do you keep missing on your first-round draft picks? You have to wonder, and let's not get it twisted. There were other – let's look at this real quick. Let's not forget Jerry Angelo picked Devin Hester. Okay? Jerry Angelo picked Devin Hester. So, yes, you find diamonds in the rough, but you just cannot miss on first-round picks. You just can't continue to do that. And that's exactly why, Cornelius, that's why we sucked, because you miss on first-round picks. They were idiots. I'm telling you, I would have loved to have played, dude, Southside kid playing for the Bears? Come on, man. Come on, man. It'd have been like Cole Kmet or TJ Edwards. Yeah, the second round picks. Mike Brown, Devin Hester, Peanut, Matt Forte. So what was wrong with the first round picks? Why? You know why sometimes the Colombo thing sucked. All right, that was injury. And I don't recall if he was injured coming out of Boston College. I don't remember. Remember we took Stan Thomas out of Texas some years back? But he was hurt coming in. coming out of Texas. So why'd you draft him? I couldn't agree with you more, King Booker World. Actually, it might set you back longer than that because you're expecting this first rounder to start. You're expecting him to be there for 4 to 5 years, now 5. Gabe Karimi, yeah, I don't know if he was a first round pick, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, and it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that they've been unable to do that. If you look, if you're able to hit on your first round picks, think of all the money you save. Because you're locked in to 4 years, or now it's 5 years after the last CBA. You got them for 4 years, and you can pick up their 5th-year option. You're going to want to pick up their 5th-year option if they play well. Think of all that. So you have these players for 5 years under reasonable control. But when you miss, now you got to go to free agency. And that's where you spend all your money. Ideally, free agency is supposed to be or should be used for getting that 1 or 2 players that'll put you over the top. If you're a playoff team and you just can't get to the NFC Championship game or get to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, you get the free agent. Okay? Or you just can't get into the playoffs and you don't have to get the top free agent, but you get a free agent, one of the top free agents, to get you into the playoffs. Because once you get to the playoffs, believe me, anything can happen. Quarterback, when the opposing team gets hurt, boom, you move on. The ball bounces a weird way on a final play or a couple plays, you move on. Stan Thomas and Chris Zorich were drafted the same year. Wasn't Chris Zorich a second-round pick as well? I think he was. I think Chris Zorich was a second-round pick out of Notre Dame. So you can't continue to do that and expect to be good. What the hell is that? Oh, a guy on the roof. I'm like, what the hell? Like, who the hell's on the roof? Like, why is someone walking on the roof? They're checking the roofs and things. Our HOA probably brought them out. But that's one of the reasons you got to hit on your draft picks. And I don't understand. I don't understand what people look at. I don't understand scouting. You know, sometimes you're so inundated with information, it's overkill. Watch the tape. Simple. Just watch the tape. Watch the tape. Who is he playing against? What level of competition is this guy playing against? And how well does he do? Who is your daddy and what does he do? Who is your daddy and what does he do? Who knows what movie that's from? Hey, whoever puts that up first, whatever movie that's from, I'll send you a couple stickers. I'll send you the Sports Zone Chicago, the 2 Sports Zone Chicago stickers you can put on your phone or something. First person to put it in the chat. James Ford checking in. What's up, Papa? Good morning. But yeah, you just can't miss. Like, I don't understand why it's so difficult. You watch guys, and then there's the human aspect of it. Some guys don't give a shit anymore. Some guys aren't built tough. Some guys are just soft. They don't have that work ethic. Some guys get along on talent and talent alone. And that'll work when you get to when you get to college. Possibly. Not when you get to the NFL. Talent will not, because you're dealing with the best of the best of the best. In college, you could be just as talented, but you're playing against a walk-on who elevated himself, you know, a 3-star, a 2-star who kind of worked his way up. You're not dealing with all blue chippers. In the NFL, So, yeah, you got to see their background. That's why you talk to people, things like that. But, man, just look at the tape. Rick says, how do you feel about Odunze if he does not reach 1,000 yards? Is it a failure? No, it's not a failure. No. I'd like him to get 1,000 yards, but DJ is our number one guy. And actually, it was his birthday the other day. DJ Moore, 28. DJ is our guy. Now, if both of those guys can get 1,000, ooh, Charlie, I'll be happy as a pig and slop. I'd like for both of them to get 1,000. I would love it. But if he gets 875, you know what I mean, Rick? Is that a failure? No, because he's got a true number one on the other side of him. I think Rome can be a true number one. And I think that's the great part about it. Is like you got two guys, two number ones. You had 3 last year with Keenan Allen, but you got 2 true number one players. Remember, Rome Odunze led NCAA, all of NCAA in receiving yards his senior year. He's a baller. So is DJ Moore. So Caleb's got to find the open guy and not force feed it to Rome. I agree. I think it's addition by subtraction, Rick. No Keenan Allen, so they should both reach it. I think they should. If he doesn't, Rick, I have to see how close he was to it. And, you know, a couple plays here, a couple plays there. But I think I'd love for both of them to have 1,200 yards. 12 and 11. DJ 12 or 13. Rome 1,100 yards. That'd be dope. And we've been a heck of a lot of games. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. We'd win a heck of a lot of games. I'm still standing on a table for Will for Campbell. I want that kid. I do. All right. Now the question is, one of the things that I was watching when I was watching Membu, I think Membu's a better run blocker than Will Campbell. Okay. But I think Will Campbell is a much better pass blocker. So what do you want? I think watching Will Campbell's technique when he kick steps, his technique is great. His attitude, his aggressiveness is great. But his form, his footwork is amazing. His footwork is amazing on pass pro. And I'm not saying he can't run block. I didn't say that at all. All I said was Membu, as a run blocker, is much better. He's a mauler. He's a mauler. So what do you want? You want the guy who has a great pass set? Can he get to the level on run blocking like Membu? I think you could. Can Membu get to the level of pass block as Will Campbell? I don't know. Now, mind you, Mizzou that's an SEC school as well. So they're both playing against top talent, against guys who are going to play on Sundays. So I don't know. But let me switch gears a little bit. Let me talk tonight at the United Center. The Bulls, baby. Bulls are hosting the Miami Heat. They won the season series against them. They swept the season series against them. But that means jack shit right now when you're dealing with the playoffs or the postseason action. I'm looking forward to it. Josh Giddey's going to be back. Everybody's going to be back playing. Now, I'm a huge fan of this team, as you know. They've won me over. All right. What, 15 of the last 20 games they won? Josh Giddey has won me over. Ever since the All-Star break, he's been a walking triple-double. I anticipate the Bulls winning tonight. You know what? I'm going to go to – if no one wants to go to meet up with me at a cigar bar, because the cigar bars, you got to spend $30 to get in. Or buy 3 or 4 cigars. If you want to cross the street, that's how it is. And then you can't bring any more outside food in. You used to be able to bring outside food in. Now they have a deal with a couple restaurants, and you can order from them, and they'll bring it right to you. So who knows? But I'm gonna go check that game out at a sports bar. Cornelius Squall says, to me, the second round O-linemen are just as good as projected first round O-linemen, so get the difference makers. Okay. So you want to go skill position. Is that why you're with Genty? Because here's the thing. Here's the one thing that people are forgetting. All right, people are talking about, we got this offensive lineman. We got it. Do you realize Drew Dolman was a 4th round pick? Drew Dolman was a 4th round pick. Do you realize that? Joe Tunney is a 3rd round pick. JonahJackson, a 3rd round pick. These are the guys we paid big money to in the offseason. 2 3rd rounders and a 4th rounder. 2 3rd rounders and a 4th rounder. Not 1st round picks. Sorry, I went back to, I just switched up on it real quick. I want to stay with the Bulls. Let's get back to the Bulls. This is the team that it's got me excited. It's a team that I think can win. I think that once they face Cleveland, they'll probably win 1 game. But the thing I love about this team the most is they don't give a damn. They don't. You're number 1 overall, number 1 seed in the East. So what? Beat us. That fearlessness that they have, the confidence that they have right now is one that I love. The confidence that I have in this team is something I haven't had in quite a while. So if you want to draft, sorry, I was reading the comments and I was about to go back to the Bears. But if you want to make some noise, you want to set up next year, you win this game tonight. Now, it's playoff basketball, so the NBA has been calling a lot more or letting them play more. So you have to understand they're probably going to let you play a little more physical this game. So you can't be bitching and moaning and crying about fouls. Give me a foul. All right, Josh Giddey. Like, that's got to stop. I can't have you arguing, give me the both palms up, and they're going back down the court to score because they got an advantage. 3-on-2, 4-on-5, 5-on-4. Can't have that. You got to play through the contact. And you have to push the envelope on defense as well. How much are they going to let me get away with? Because the Heat are cool with banging and being physical. You can't let that cue get out of your game, which means when you get a chance to run. Get out and run. You got the talent. You got the speed. You got the youth. You got a big man in Zach Collins who can run up and down the court. Jaden Smith, run up and down the court. Trail. Finish at the rim. Modest. You've got guys who can run the bigs who can run down the court and finish. Because if you do, and this is why I say this sets it up for next year. You beat the Heat tonight, you win a game. God forbid you win 2 against Cleveland. But just one game in Cleveland, it springboards you into next year. Where everybody, when they come back, there's a chemistry that's there. Plus a draft pick, maybe a free agent. But this core is growing up before our eyes. Josh Giddey's 22 years old. He's not even close to his prime yet. You got to get to 25, 26 before he's in his prime. Kobe White is in his prime. Ayo's got to get back coming off the injury. But this team is freaking exciting, man. They are freaking exciting. Billy, and I know King Booker wasn't a big Billy fan. A couple other people weren't a big Billy fan. I've always been a Billy fan. I've always known him to be a good developer ever since he was in Florida. I like the combo of the team, of the player. AK, I gotta give you props. Because I thought you were on the hot seat. I thought you were close to being let go, and you're not. Not with what you've done. So make sure you tune in tonight. All right, they host the Heat, 6 o'clock, 6:30, excuse me. It'll be on the 4-letter network, ESPN, or 6:70 a.m. Going to go to the Odyssey app. Cornelius says, Billy has won me over now. Rick Gonzalez, we still need at least one superstar to get out of the play-in game every year. I agree. We might have that superstar. Bro, we might have. His name is Matas Buzelis, and he's just about 15 to 20 pounds light right now. Imagine him putting on 20 pounds. He will develop. He will fill out like the Greek Freak did. The Greek Freak's not huge, but you can tell he's been in the weight room. But when he first got in here, remember Joakim Noah, when Joakim Noah first got here, man, he was skinny as all get out. Found that weight room. He'd be on the free throw line. You see that vein in his bicep as he's at this free throw line about to shoot a free throw. You know he was working out. You know he was getting his body ready. We might have that superstar, Rick. He's just got to grow into the role. The kid's 19. This kid's got at least 6 years before he hits his prime. At least 6 years before he hits his prime. He's 20 years old. At 26, we got 6 more years of this kid. And if he continues to improve, Lord have mercy. Because he's looking good now. He should be on the all-rookie team this year. First team. Black Diamond, I got to give Billy credit. King Booker World, the man is coaching his ass off. Much respect to Billy D. If Billy's smart, he tells Matas to live in the weight room. He will. And he talked about it yesterday on the radio. He talked about Matas working, understanding. He said he wants to get in the weight room. He wants to get bigger, wants to get stronger. I love it. Like I'm telling you, the 26-27 season, woo, Charlie, you better watch out. That's 2 seasons away. He'll be 22. He'll be where Josh Giddey is now. But remember, I always tell you, be present. Be where your feet are at. Be present. I'm looking forward to tonight. Tonight you can make a big statement. Tonight you can say, look, we are a team on the rise. You better watch out. You better put some respect on our name. Tonight's a big night for the Bulls. Big night. If you can beat Miami handily, and it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that at all. But if you can beat them handily, people are going to look at you different. There's 2 things that happen. Teams are going to look at you differently. But more importantly, you're going to feel differently about yourself. Confidence is great and everything, But your confidence is only founded in your success. Otherwise, it's just faith and belief that you're good. No. You're good in the regular season. You finished up 15 of your last 20 games you won. That's giving you confidence. Now is when the big boys step up. People, your legacies are made in the postseason. Here's where you can start to build your legacy and your reputation as a team, as individuals in the postseason. What if Kobe decides to go off for 30? What if Josh gets another triple-double? What if Montes gets 15 and 8? Vooch, 20 and 10. Guess what? That confidence that you've built in the regular season all the way up to on Sunday, and that carries over to a comfortable win against the Heat, if you can do it, man, that puts some big time confidence in you now as a team, as an individual. You damn right. Put some respect. Put some respect on that name. King Book of World. Cornelius, you ain't lying. Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips contributing. Yes, they are. Again, this is development. This is development. Development isn't linear all the time. Dude, how long did it take Dalen Terry? Because for the first, is this his third year? Because he just seemed like a goofy, just like a deer, with a newly born deer, just kind of awkward and shit. Dude, now he's bringing the ball up, he's got handle, he's hitting a three, he's taking it to the cup, he's dunking it on your ass. Come on now. Dalen Terry, I thought this dude was just going to be like an energy guy, defensive guy. This is development. Julian Phillips, same thing. Don't leave him in the corner. Don't leave him in the corner. He'll pop that three in your eye. So you see, I'm getting excited about tonight. I can't wait. I may wear my 1998 shooting jersey. Just cuz, bump it. Bump it. Got the Bulls hat. You see me wearing the Bulls hat, the black one with the Bulls logo. Rock that bad boy tonight. It's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I'm telling you, sometimes all a player needs is a change of scenery. Someone and a coach who understands what you do well, and they ask you to continue to do it, and they don't ask you to do the shit you're not good at. As I said with Jason, a very wise man once said, coaching matters. Hashtag coaching matters. Let me switch gears. Remember I told you the Cubs should the Cubs should handily win the NL Central, right? One of the things that I said, along with the White Sox, I think they need to master the fundamentals. Get in the fundamentals, be fundamentally sound. So what did they do yesterday? Because let's not forget, the Cubs led the majors. I'm not sure if they're still leading. Led the majors in stolen bases. They had 25 homers and 25 stolen bases in their first 18 games. The first time it's ever happened. Talk about fundamentals, stealing bases. What did they do yesterday? Drag bunt for a run. Fundamental baseball. This is where you sneak out games, where you win games. What did I say? Sometimes you're going to have to be able to manufacture a run. What do the Cubs do? They manufacture the run. If the Cubs can continue to do that, guess what? They're going to scare the shit out of people. Because it doesn't matter what kind of game you're in. You want to go? You want to go long ball? You want to run it up? Good. We got Dansby Swanson. Got Kyle Tucker. Got Ian Happ. Got Seiya Suzuki. We got some bats. Or you got some bats, Cub Northsiders. You got some bats. But if you need to manufacture a run, you also got bats too. You also got people that can get on PCA. Get on, get over, get in. This is why I think the Cubs will win the NL Central. Because however you want it, pick your poison. Want to play long ball? We can play long ball. You want to play small ball? We're better at small ball than you are. Is how they feel. And if they can continue to win, and not just win, but if you can continue to score and manufacture runs, you might not even need that run. You can win 8-6, 8-3. But your first run or two was manufactured, then you hit a homer, then you hit a double, then you hit a triple, then you hit another homer. Okay, fine, boom, boom, boom. But guess what? You get comfortable laying down a bunt. So when Craig Counsell says, I need a bunt laid down, you're not like, oh, man, this is a tough situation. What I just tell you, confidence comes from success of you doing this before. So the more you keep bunting and getting on, the less your sphincter will tighten when you need to lay a bunt down. So when you do it now, when it's not as critical, and yesterday was critical, but if you do it often, it becomes second nature. And now defense has got to work, because remember, they don't work on bunts. No one bunts anymore. No one bunts anymore. And that's the crazy part, because at the end of a game, you get PCA up, and you're like, damn, I can't let this guy on. It puts pressure on the defense psychologically, because now I know this guy's going to bunt, which, what do we talk about? If he bunts it down the third base line, I know he's lefty, but even down the first base line, if it gets past the pitcher, who's at first? Is the second baseman going to make it? Is the pitcher going to make it over to first before I get there? We know PCA can fly. So now that puts added pressure on the first baseman if the bunt gets past the pitcher, or puts added pressure on the pitcher if the ball stops just past him and he's got to get it because he sees the guy right in front of him flying down the line. Great win by the Cubs yesterday. Tell you, San Diego don't want to see these guys anymore. Undefeated last week. Cubs gave them their first loss. Yesterday, they gave them their first home loss. They were still undefeated at home until yesterday. Took them to extras. This is winning baseball. And I know they're not 13-1, 13-2. It doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is you're winning games in difficult situations. It's extra innings that you won the game. You start winning a lot of close games. What I just tell you, confidence comes from success. You start winning close games. You're not worried about 1-0 games, 2-1 games, 3-2 games. You're not worried about it because you know you can succeed because you've done it in the past. It sucks what happened to Justin Steele. Got to have guys who can step up. I know it took us a big blow to you guys. But now you got to have guys who step up. And here's the thing: when you understand as a pitcher that you guys can manufacture runs, man, it gives you a lot more freedom to pitch. You're not worried if I give up a home run. Oh man, now we're down. I'm not worried about it. My guys will get out, get them out, get them over, get them in. So during the rubber match today, who wins the series? Gonna find out. 3-10. Then they come back home, the Cubs, on Friday for a weekend set. They got a homestand. They got a weekend set 3 against the D-backs, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they welcome the Dodgers. Damn, how many times they play the Dodgers? Damn. Didn't they just play the Dodgers? Oh, they're in L.A. Then they welcome the Dodgers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think. But anyway. You're sitting good, sitting pretty. You take this one from the Padres, you win the series. Okay. So Cub fans, you have a lot to be excited about. If they continue to play fundamental baseball, I told you they're going to win a lot more games than they should. They're going to win a lot more games than people give them credit for, or Pacoda gave them credit for. Because you stress the defense. Stressing the defense is vital. Sorry, I decided to do landscaping outside my window. They're walking on the roof, blowing whatever the hell the leaves and all this other shit outside my window. Sorry if you can hear it in the background. But the Cubs are playing some good baseball right now. Playing some good baseball against some good teams. Remember, the Dodgers had the Dodgers were atop the NL West for a while. San Diego hadn't lost when the Cubs faced them the first time. They hadn't lost at home when the Cubs faced them the second time. Cubs ain't doing this against some busters. They're not doing it against Atlanta or Pittsburgh or Colorado. They're doing it against San Diego, Frisco, LA, Arizona. Arizona's 10-7. They're coming up next. Cubs are doing it against good teams. They're doing it against good teams. One more win today, and you're sitting real pretty. You know, you got to have a little better defense, though. You saw what Manny Machado did yesterday. 2 fly balls that were dropped, 2 foul balls that were dropped. Allowed him to hit a home run. Fouled it off, and this is crazy. This was crazy. He talked about, was this with Maddie Lee from the Sun-Times. She's a Cubs beat writer. She's talked about, what was it? Or was that an ESPN article? Anyway, I think Manny Machado has a few 9-pitch at bats. That's a hitter. 9-pitch at bats. That's something. That's crazy. That's staying alive. He had 11. That was the home run. He had an 11-pitch walk against Tyone on the other day. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's why he got all that money. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Shorty said, hey, great show, Shawn. Excellent chat today, ladies and gents. You're on fire. Got to go make lunch. See you, Mickey Ficky Friday. Thanks for tuning in, Shorty. Appreciate you. Now, the good guys, my White Sox. You got to fight, man. You got to fight. All right, you got to fight. Sean Burke, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 homers. Come on, man. Come on, man. That was tough. Who's the homers? Yeah, Tyler Soderstrom. He hit a 3-run homer in the first, and he hit a 3-run homer later to break it wide open. I think they were up 6-3, and he hit that 3-run homer. I mean, the second one wasn't against Burke, but nonetheless. This team is so difficult to gauge because there's so many times we've seen, I shouldn't say so many. We've seen a few times where they play just fundamentally good baseball and they blow you out. 6 runs, 8 runs, 11 runs. Then they go into hibernation for a couple of games. The Sox, just like the Cubs, really need to master these fundamentals. Create runs. Manufacture runs. Brandon Schutzlik, I'll see you on Friday. What's up, Papa? I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. The Sox need to manufacture a run. The Sox really need to trade Lewis Robert. I love Lewis Robert. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's a 5-tool player. He could be one of the best in baseball, but he's got no motivation. He's in a cesspool of just shit right now. Of toxic bullshit. None of the people he came up with are here anymore for all intents and purposes, except Vaughn, maybe. Firing managers, everyone's traded, released. There's nothing to play for except your contract, which for many people would be more than enough reason, but for athletes, apparently not. Apparently not. Get him into a situation. Remember, they talked to Garrett Crochet last week when he got to town last Friday. And he talked about when he got to Boston and the way they handle business in Boston. He said, quote unquote, this is the big leagues. Which is a big time slight to the White Sox. He wasn't playing in the big leagues when he was with the White Sox. He saw a step up in class when he went to Boston. There's a direct shot at Reinsdorf. Chris Getz. To some extent, Will Venable. He said, this is the big leagues. A lot of people are saying Will Venable is a guy that players are enjoying. They look for him. Only problem is he's going to go through his ups and downs as well. This is his first managerial gig. First time as a manager. There's going to be mistakes. Like the first game 5, we had Shane Smith in. Took him out with 2 outs in the 7th and 6th. Instead of leaving him in to get the last out. In the bullpen, Mr. Murphy gave up 4 hits, 5 runs. Will Venable's got to learn on the fly, man, and it's crazy because you got a team that can win, but there's very, very little room for error with this White Sox team. Very little room for error, which is why I harp on the fundamentals. King Booker says Reinsdorf and Chris don't gets it. He definitely doesn't get it. Definitely doesn't get it. But I'll be there in May. Was it June? I know I'm going to one of them. My guy Hirsch is having a party. Hey, you know what? Before I sign off, I want to say a special happy birthday to my cousin Jaime Polito. Happy birthday, Primo. I love you. I miss you. You and the fam. There's 4 kids. Hopefully they do something really cool for you this weekend, or today or this weekend. But I grew up with Jaime in the house. He was like my younger brother. He's 8 years younger than me. He just turned 46. I'll be 54 this year. It's like having a little brother. All right. And it was cool having him around, and I used to beat him up, and then he used to tell grandma, and grandma would yell at me. And he'd laugh at me because grandma yelled at me. But he's grown up into a phenomenal man, dude. It's great to see him, his wife and 4 kids. And I just love him to death, man. Just like I said, grew up with him, and then I moved out when he was 10. We went to Holy Cross. And then we moved out. We moved into Cicero after that, when I got back from school. But big happy birthday to my cousin Jaime Polito. It's 46th birthday. Man, time flies. I want to say I love you, cuz, and we'll hang out soon. Man, 2 hours is come and gone. Patty, thank you very much. He says happy birthday to your primo. Thank you very much. Shorty says I'm an only child, so my cousin's practically my brother. I was an only child too. So yeah, my cousins. Yeah, I feel you, Shorty. Believe you me, I feel you. Happy birthday to Jaime. I'll let him know. I'll reach out to him and let him know. But man, 2 hours is coming on. I want to thank my guy Jason Palmer for coming on talking Chicago Sky basketball. Got me fired up. Fired up about this upcoming season, which starts in about 10 seconds. They're playing the first preseason games a month on May 17th. Crazy. And just a little over a week ago, they were in the Final Four. Some of these girls. But I just want to say thanks to Jason for coming on. He's been covering the Sky for 19 years, ever since their inception here. And great insight, as always. All right, listen. Hope you guys have a phenomenal day. All right, enjoy it. A little brisk, mid 40s. Okay, do yourself a favor. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. I tell you this all the time, and I think we all get it. Make sure you reach out to some of your peoples. Let them know. Send them a text, send them a voice memo, something. Just say, hey, how we doing? Hope you're having I just thought about you. Just want to say hi. Just grab some drinks this weekend. I know it's going to be a little rainy. It's going to be warm. It's going to be almost 80 this weekend. High 70s, but it's going to be raining. But that's okay. Still go to a patio. Still go to a rooftop. Still go meet up for drinks. Still go to dinner. Whole bunch of other stuff. And no, we're not going to end it with the Cubs song. No, we're not doing that. Hey, we're going to replay this today at 6. So if you missed any portion of it, you can catch it at 6 o'clock Central tonight. So, guys, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, all right, once again, a big happy birthday to my cousin Jaime Polito. I love you, primo. We'll have to go grab some drinks soon. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. You have a phenomenal day. I got to go pick up the warden from CrossFit. Your boy is